तक बने रहते हैं उनके साथ। अब इन्वेस्टमेंट के रिटर्न आने लगते हैं थोड़े दिन बाद, वो दिख रहा है यहाँ पर। सामने की दिशा में मारा इस बार शॉट, अजिंक्य रहाणे तो बगल से गेंद निकली है।
पार्टनरशिप देखिए आरबीओ ने किया, उन्होंने पिकअप शॉट, उसके बाद वो तेज किया पॉइंट पे, और ये जो स्क्रीन हटाई उसके बाद वापस लेके आए, तो फुल शॉट उधर से अच्छा प्रयास और हाथ घुमाने का मौका मिला। उस 55 रन की पार्टनरशिप, लेकिन मुझे लगता है गेंदें थोड़ी ज़्यादा है, बस ना एक मोमेंटम चाहिए सीएसके को, किसी एक को ना शॉटें लगाने पड़ेंगे इस तरह से। जिनके राणे ने कवच के ऊपर से चौका लगाया, वो 8 ओवर की समाप्ति 78 पे 2।
मैंने बिना बैंक विजिट किए सेविंग्स अकाउंट ओपन कर लिया। आप जानते हो मेरा बैंक कौन है? मुझे बिजनेस करंट अकाउंट के साथ इंस्टेंटली मिला पीओएस और क्यूआर कोड। आप जानते हैं मेरा बैंक कौन है?
आप जानते हैं conceded just 6. This is the last ball. Plenty of width on offer. So his eyes must have lit up there when he saw that Ajinkya Rahane. That should be wide. He'll be eyeing that onside boundary. He's already hit a 6, a big one. Interesting to see the line that Swapnil bowls. You can see he's looking to get it away from the left-hander. That's well played. Get 2. Stay always on top of your game. Enjoy a seamless experience powered by speed, security and reliability. Right and really well, Swapnil. The way he's bowled to the left-hander, making sure either his 2 straight onto his pads, Rachin Ravindra's, or staying away from the hitting zone, 2 wide outside off stump. It's a little bit of a surprise. They had the option of Vaishak as well as an impact sub, but they preferred to go with the spinner. I think because they felt that the ball was clipping the surface. Ajinkya Rahane's numbers against spin ain't that great this season. He's got a lot of experience of playing such high pressure games, and he's done well here. Him along with Rachin to take this innings forward. Good partnership of 64. Straight to the fielder. This is another good over. 1 ball still to go, but he's conceded just 6. Conceded 6 in his first over. On the other hand, CSK getting to where they would have wanted to really after 10, but they lost those 2 wickets close to 100. Partnership now worth 65. 85 for 2.
Night next couple of hours. नेट क्या हो गया अरे
जैसा कोई मेरी जिंदगी में आए आबाद बन जाए
Jio है fiber?
टीवी चैनल्स की बहार ओटीटी की भरमार कनेक्ट करो कुछ भी वाईफाई ऑलवेज तैयार बात बन जाए
मसलदार बॉडी बिल्डर कौन होगा? तेरे बाइसेप्स बड़े हैं, देखना तू जीतेगा।
सवाल बाइसेप्स का नहीं, सबकी पसंद का है।
तो देश विदेश में सबकी पसंद, बाद में मेलोडी, हैप्पी हैप्पी कुकीज और मैजिक्स।
सवाल सबकी पसंद का तो जवाब पार्ले, नाम तो सुना ही होगा।
प्रॉब्लम क्या है? दोनों की जो लव मैरिज थी ना, 11 जून फूल के काशीदाकारी वाला क्या झकझक सफेद सूट पहन के आई थी। अरे तुम दोनों तलाक लेने आए हो या बगीचे में लल्ला चप्पा करने? तू चाहती क्या है सौम्या?
अपना घर।
और उस चक्कर में भले अपने को तलाक लेना पड़ जाए।
नकली तलाक लेने में तुम्हारी इतनी क्यों फट रही है?
They've got Maxwell, they've got Khan Sharma, they've got Swapnil.
It's amazing how much it can actually swell up and then the seam flattens out a wee bit, so it feels like soap in your hand. If you can't dry it out, the ball's a lot bigger. That's what any bowler likes. They like to have the ball feel like a marble, and then the pronunciation of the seam to be able to get it to grip and spin.
And felt that way once CSK were bowling. For 3 overs, you saw that grip and turn, and then it disappeared. So unlucky Ferguson. Rahane won't mind this because he's a kind of player who likes space. He wants the ball to come onto the bat rather than creating a pace against spin. Here comes Lockie. And that's straight out.
आउट कर ना
Taken. So Ferguson strikes. First ball. And it was Rahane who was taking his chances. It was a slower delivery. First up.
It's been getting him so many wickets this year, that slower delivery. The leg cutter that just dips into the wicket, played through the shot way too early. Rahane, nice composure, watching the ball beautifully. Fab. Again, the golden change scored on a different bowler who executed beautifully. There's one man we know that will love that, and that's Virat Kohli. But excellent bowling change and excellent execution. Big wicket, big partnership broken. Rahane gone for 33. CSK 85 for 3.
मसलदार बॉडी बिल्डर कौन होगा? तेरे बाइसेप्स बड़े हैं, देखना तू जीतेगा।
सवाल बाइसेप्स का नहीं, सबकी पसंद का है।
तो देश विदेश में सबकी पसंद, बाद में मेलोडी, हैप्पी हैप्पी कुकीज और मैजिक्स।
सवाल सबकी पसंद का तो जवाब पार्ले, नाम तो सुना ही होगा।
प्रॉब्लम क्या है? दोनों की जो लव मैरिज थी ना, 11 जून फूल के काशीदाकारी वाला क्या झकझक सफेद सूट पहन के आई थी। अरे तुम दोनों तलाक लेने आए हो या बगीचे में लल्ला चप्पा करने? तू चाहती क्या है सौम्या?
अपना घर।
और उस चक्कर में भले अपने को तलाक लेना पड़ जाए।
नकली तलाक लेने में तुम्हारी इतनी क्यों फट रही है?
और ये बॉलर तेजी से आगे बढ़ते हुए, अरे ये क्या?
यार ले ले विकेट कर दे कमाल भाई की बाइक का है सवाल Shivam Dubey comes out to the middle. Ferguson striking his first delivery in a move. Great move to bowl a slow ball. First ball came out well and it crossed Rahane. Now Dubey on strike.
Really tight fielders, covers in close, square legs in close as well. Lots of pressure on here early.
This hit on the up wasn't far away from Virat Kohli. Let's see, RCB sense this is the moment. They've got one if they can break through again, put them in a very strong position. There are quite a few fielders really close to the batter. Lockie Ferguson, he's made a huge difference as well ever since he's out. They picked in the playing 11. They're talking about those slower deliveries. There's well with that neck cutter. And he had a feeling that Ajinkya Rahane is going to get after Lockie Ferguson, the quick bowlers. But wasn't expecting a slower one first up. Going to that shot way too early and well judged catch from Faf.
Close, they go up. Dinesh Karthik not interested. Lockie Ferguson in 16 overs before this against CSK at 1 wicket. Today he struck with his very first ball.
Good heat as well, 143 k an hour. He's got some really good variations. He's probably one of New Zealand's quickest bowlers going around, and when he gets the seam right, he can really get it moving. There's a little bit of deviation off the bat there. Need to have a look at the snicko, but just looked like maybe it had gone off the top of the bat.
He's going for pace against Dubey. And this time the slower deliveries of good variations. The line has been good in this over from Ferguson.
Well, he's got a couple of slower deliveries. On the left is the knuckleball, and on the right is the leg cutter. The knuckleball dips. Looks very similar in the way that he releases it, where you see a big thick ball that comes out of the hand. They just do something slightly different, but he's picked up 6 wickets this season on the back of those slower deliveries. So when you've got someone bowling 143, I think he averages about 141 this season, and then it goes down to 116, 124. It's so hard as a batter to pick up those slight variations in release.
So an excellent over this. Just 2 runs conceded and a wicket after 10, 87 for 3.
नई जनरेशन का भी एक ही फोकस है, बॉल, बल्ला और बल्ले बल्ले।
हर जनरेशन का अलग है अंदाज, लेकिन सबके अनोखे स्वाद का एक है ना, कमला बस अनोखा स्वाद। So with the left hand on strike, Maxwell back into the attack. 2 left-handers out there.
Interesting move. The fact that Dubey, we know, is so good against the spin, to be able to bring the spin on. Some of those ones are saying, okay, we know that you're so good against the spin. We know that you're very good at getting into the ball and hitting straight and hitting through that mid-wicket. Just look to slow it down a wee bit and try and get a bit of extra bounce or angle in and flat at the stumps. Probably one of the smartest bowlers going around, Glenn Maxwell.
He's one bowler who's got it to grip on a consistent basis. He's bowled extremely well. 2.2 overs, 1 for 17. Even the last one surprised Dubey.
Yeah, he's such an underrated bowler, isn't he, Maxwell? The height.
Well, basics are so good. When you look at that action, it's a strong action where he goes through the crease, the point of release. You're right. Very underrated. I think he should be bowling his quota in almost every game, 3 to 4 overs. You can see the My 11 Circle ultimate team of the match. Gives himself room on the bounce to Kohli. So runs coming in single. Suddenly the boundaries have dried up once Rahane has been dismissed. So this is a good opportunity for RCB to tighten the screws. As CSK, their first target will be 201. Because that's what they need to qualify. Well, that's got through his defense. Well, he's bowling really well. Maxwell. Good pace.
delivery, this one.
Excellent over. Just 4 runs coming off it after 11. It's 91 for 3.
Langur! 4 langur! और लंगूर अमेजिंग ना
सवाल लंगूर का नहीं सुबू सर, वैरायटी का है।
देन पार्ले's वेफर्स, पार्ले रस्क, लंदन जेरी, वैरायटी। सवाल वैरायटी का तो जवाब पार्ले। नाम तो सुना ही होगा। प्रॉब्लम क्या है? तुम दोनों की जो लव मैरिज थी ना, 11 जून फूल के काशीदाकारी वाला क्या झकझक सफेद सूट पहन के आई थी। अरे तुम दोनों तलाक लेने आए हो या बगीचे में लल्ला चप्पा करने? तू चाहती क्या है सोम्या?
अपना घर।
और उस चक्कर में भले अपने को तलाक लेना पड़ जाए।
Moment. Here's Lockie. Jeez, the line's good to Dubai. He's not going to give him room. Tucking him up, attacking that rib cage.
Yeah, need a big over it seems in the next couple of overs. Going up the required run rate's gone over 14. Look at his average against RCB. Shivam Dubey, 113.5. Needs to fire tonight.
This is a different game. This is like a knockout. You're playing to qualify. Oh, that's loose. Not to wait for the umpire's signal here. And it's a no ball signal as well. So free hit, a boundary. Just what CSK needed at this stage to get some momentum. If they can make full use of this delivery, it should get them back on track.
Yeah, Faf and Virat, the bowler as well, going back to the umpire about the ball. It definitely slipped out of his hand, the last delivery. They've been talking about this ball and been taken to the umpire the last few overs. The umpire's not convinced as yet.
What they're saying is it's taken away his knuckleball, which he's been so effective at. He's saying, I cannot grip that. It's slipping out of my hand. And so this is a strength of Lockie Ferguson, like we talked about, is to bowl those slower deliveries. The knuckleball, the leg cutter, and the fact that he can't grip it, they're saying, hang on, it's taking away an option that is such a strength to his. What's he said there, Ravi? Is it you've made a great decision or not?
Very good decision. Stay with it. Free hit. Has he got hold of it? Yes, he has cleared the fence. So 50 for Rachin Ravindra under pressure. And his first 50 in this edition of the IPL. It's come at a very, very important time. But he believes, though, that his job is just half done. Another full toss. And it goes the distance, just clearing the line.
I think he's been a lot more compact. He's played a lot straighter today rather than trying to look to hit on the leg side, and he's been really, really effective.
Oh, that's nicely played. 6-4. Now this is smart batting. And suddenly, you can see the CSK fans on their feet. 18 of this over now. Still 3 balls to go. That's how quickly the momentum can shift.
Now this is the over that CSK needed. 3 more to go, 18 already. And suddenly that required run rate, which before this over was over 14, has come under 13 now. And the sound of the whistle growing louder. The chants of CSK growing louder.
Well, this is a classic, real classic. Round the wicket. He's held his nerve and he's batted extremely well here. With wickets falling around him, under pressure. CSK lost the wicket first ball. And then to hold his nerve, much like Faf du Plessis did for RCB. His half century was very important, and so is his Rachin Ravindra.
The top knock from Rachin, first IPL half century. Very responsible innings. Under pressure, chasing down 219 with a playoff position at stake. And phenomenal. It's important for him to hang around. The set batter, he's batting well.
With Shivam Dubey, it's been all pace with Lockie Ferguson. 12 gone, 110 for 3.
Wish your world was anime? Go Crunchyroll all the way.
ओल्ड जनरेशन करे भंगड़ा, न्यू जनरेशन का हुक स्टेप तगड़ा, दोनों के अलग है ढंग, मगर स्वाद का एक है रंग। कमला पसंद है लाइट, अनोखा स्वाद।
Christopher Henry Gale in the house. Like a Maxwell. He'll feel he's missed out big here, because he's so set. What else has he got here very soon?
Yeah, Shivam Dubey's got to be a little careful here. He's batting on 4 off 11.
Whoa! What? It's the two old boys. You've got Faf and you've got Coley there hunting up.
That leading edge.
Faf.
Why Glenn Maxwell is on. He knows that he needs to get on with it, Dubey. His strength is against his... Much work, Siraj, to get there. It was hanging in the night sky. Just sort of hit him, didn't it? And then fell back out. That is a really, really big moment. He's still on the move. That is tough how high it was, but it is such an important wicket. He looked over, then he committed. That was the main thing. Committed in the end and he went for the catch.
Skinner. Ooh, as he pumped. Just rockets this back. Coley to the fore. And one to go to 13. Only 4 from it. You can do that. 6 from 13 balls. Hustling 2. Got to. Oh no! On the wrong edge, run out! Are you kidding me? Oh no! For those in yellow supporting CSK, turning point in the match. 13 gone, throwing the run out. Only 5 from it. It's 115 for 4 now.
Was pushing for 2 the whole time, Ravindra. Dubey just put his head down. He was ball watching. Ravindra said no. Lack of communication. He apologises, but that is such a big end to that over. There was one opportunity and then the run out was taken. Good innings, 61. Virendra, he would have wanted that to be a match winning one. 115 for 4 CSK.
किसे भेजे मिशन पे? दोनों ऑफिसर्स वेल ट्रेंड हैं।
सवाल वेल ट्रेंड का नहीं चंद्रकांत, भरोसे का है।
देन मैम, सालों से इंडिया के सबसे भरोसेमंद ब्रांड्स पार्ले के चीजलिंग्स, मोनाको, क्रैक जैक।
सफेद सूट पहन के आई थी।
अरे तुम दोनों तलाक लेने आए हो या बगीचे में लल्ला चप्पा करने?
तू चाहती क्या है सोम्या?
अपना घर।
और उस चक्कर में भले अपने को तलाक लेना पड़ जाए।
नकली तलाक लेने में तुम्हारा
तेजी से आगे बढ़ते हुए, अरे ये क्या?
यार ले ले विकेट कर दे कमाल। भाई की बाइक का है सवाल। My 11 Circle presents जीतो धन धनाधन कॉन्टेस्ट। टाटा IPL मैच देखो, हर ओवर के बाद आसान सवालों के जवाब दो और जीतो कार, बाइक, स्मार्ट टीवी और बहुत कुछ। जीतो धन धनाधन, ओनली ऑन जियो सिनेमा।
Good visuals and be positive in your movements, thinking that we're going to come back. Here's Cam Green. We've got another lefty. Jadeja's come out to join Dubé. Just wondering, maybe a right-hander thrown him a mix, but Jadeja, well, he's so flamboyant. Look at the numbers. He's going to need a better strike rate than that tonight. Let's see what he can do and get that sword in his hand, whipping around.
There's one right-hander called Emi Stoney. You feel like the game is just set up for Emi Stoney right here. 15 runs and over required. We know 201 is the target for CSK to qualify. Fairy tale cricket, isn't it?
That's a great theatre, no doubt. Noise and the atmosphere, then there's a lull, particularly if RCB are not doing well. You almost hear a pin drop. Not so now. Oh, just short. I don't think it carried. And they're going to hustle back for two because it's Jadeja.
What did it carry? May just have. Cross seam off the gloves. Yeah. I guess it'll go down as a missed opportunity. Almost carried. Yeah, Katie, a dive up in front maybe rather than beside him.
Hard to dive forward, isn't it? I just wonder as well, he's struggling a little bit with an injury out there. Tough chance.
Wow. Confusion, and often you get a ground that's famous for runouts, and Chinnaswamy is. We've had a dozen this year in Tata IPL 17, the most. Second most, 7 at Eden Gardens and Manipur. But I wonder here, you two keeper batters alongside, it's that sort of ground where it gets out there quickly. You think there's two sometimes, and the two batters are wanting to, but it's just not there. Hence the amount of runouts, a dozen this year. Oh, he's duffed it, he's gone! Dubé's hit a horror tonight! Could not get out of first gear. Shivam Dubé, and he's given a long trek back to the dugout.
That's a very well planned and well executed plan against Shivam Dubé. Seamers pull to him more often than not, and nothing in his zone. Everything back to plan. Base on or base off. Never gave him the opportunity to free his arms. Another slower dug into the pitch. Not enough bat. Shivam Dubé. They are gone for 7 of 15 deliveries. It's 119 for 5 CSK.
प्रॉब्लम क्या? दोनों की लव मैरिज थी ना?
जी सर, 11 जून फूल के काशीदाकारी वाला क्या छप सफेद सूट पहन के आई थी।
अरे तुम दोनों तलाक लेने आए हो या बगीचे में लल्ला चप्पा करने?
तू चाहती क्या है सोम्या?
अपना घर।
और उस चक्कर में भले अपने को तलाक लेना पड़ जाए।
नकली तलाक लेने में तुम्हारी इतनी क्यों फट रही है?
और ये बॉलर तेजी से आगे बढ़ते हुए, अरे ये क्या?
यार ले ले विकेट कर दे कमाल। भाई की बाइक का है सवाल। My 11 Circle presents जीतो धन धनाधन कॉन्टेस्ट। टाटा IPL मैच देखो, हर ओवर के बाद आसान सवालों के जवाब दो और जीतो कार, बाइक, स्मार्ट टीवी और बहुत कुछ। जीतो धन धनाधन, ओनली ऑन जियो सिनेमा।
इंस्टाल यार और कलाकारों के सामने जम के करेंगे ढेर सारी मस्ती। सांस कहाँ से लेते हैं?
यार ये कैसे क्वेश्चन है यार?
और गपशप।
We've got another lefty. The former Mitch Santman up against Cam Green. So let me an extra, and I love that. Hey, this team's just full of left-handers.
This is the wicket. He's spot on. He's been hanging back to the shorter delivery because he knows that's been a tactic against him. And he's found success with the wicket why they wanted him RCB. They wanted Cam Green because he can give you a couple of overs. It might be just 2 or 3 overs that he gives in each game, but he bowls a good heavy delivery. He's got good variations. Oh, this is the run out. Dubé, look at his eyes, just watching. Confusion, good positioning from DK, right in line where the throw's coming from. There's always 2. Captain go Ravindra. The other aspect of that, Danny, is the block is so long so you can throw it short and get good speed off the deck.
Five got through, is it? And across the practice pitches. Man, are they needing that. 10 off and the wicket. It's 1-2-5 for 5 now.
गुड न्यूज, फिर से कॉलेज स्टूडेंट का रोल मिल रहा है। हाँ कर दो। राजेंद्र, सवाल एक और रोल का नहीं, कुछ नया ट्राई करने का है।
तो रॉकी जी, ट्राई पाली जी, ओट्स एंड बेरीज, फुल टॉस नूडल मसाला, मोनाको पेरी पेरी, कुछ नया, कुछ मॉडर्न।
सवाल कुछ न्यू का तो जवाब पार्ले, नाम तो सुना ही होगा।
नई जनरेशन का भी एक ही फोकस है, बॉल, बल्ला और बल्ले बल्ले।
हर जनरेशन का अलग है अंदाज, लेकिन सबके अनोखे स्वाद का एक है ना, कमला फसा अनोखा स्वाद।
Form of the ICC T20 World Cup in the US and the Caribbean, but there's big things to fry here as well. Playoffs posse up for grabs tonight here at Chinnaswamy. Suraj is bowled to, couple up his sleeve. Interesting here how Buff, a bit of a word probably from Virat Kohli, and to chat about who's going to bowl out these last dying overs, if you like, the back end of the innings, given that target is 201. 76, I think it's 75 now. Started 76 off 6, so you're going just over 12, so still very gettable. That's the target, that's the thinking, and just being calculating and stuff on the dugout for those in yellow I'm talking about. So much at stake here.
I wonder if Khan Sharma, he's got 3 overs to go, the leg spinner, whether he will look to bowl him Temi Stoney. Smriti Mandana, Jemima Rodriguez, both RCB women's players who won the WPL title this year on supporting. So it's great to see the girls are around. They walked around here, the boys, the RC boys welcomed them back when they won the WPL. Virat Kohli had them on FaceTime, so they're here right behind the boys.
Well, they've won a title, haven't they? Only jogging me, you've been cheeky.
I didn't say that, Danny. There's never any competitions. It's just good that all of them are supporting each other.
Which is great. Inception of the WPL, just second season. RCB women's have done the job. Blokes, well, they're looking to get up, win here tonight and make the playoffs. That's key. It's happening right here tonight. So, yeah, 74 from 34 there. The graphic you can see on the bottom of your screen. Get a run here. Somehow. Pressure just keeps mounting.
Yeah, the Dubé wicket again. We're talking about the planning, the execution against Shivam Dubé. All the seamers going back of length. That's what the Pacers have done against Dubé. Just one delivery in that slot, but predominantly 56% short pitch deliveries, the Pacers. And they were very tight with the line as well. Not giving him any room to free his arms, especially in the offside.
Oh, good set. Suddenly flicks the switch here. Suraj. Bit of heat there. Thank you very much. Wakey, wakey. Jadu. A little bit of Rupe on the go forwards, the leaderboard.
DNA from this part of the world too, doing rather well. Oh, yeah. Just shy. Now those they want to go fours. So showcasing the masters of boundaries, reaping big rewards because they are big boundary hitters, those fellas. Good stuff.
Both Mitch Satner and Jadeja are very similar in the way they play. They very much open that front leg and they play square of the wicket. Very good at slapping over mid-off Mitchell Satner. He is susceptible and that ball goes right past his chin. Tall fella, so they might look, Siraj might look to pull that length back. He's got one more bouncer in his armoury. One to go in the over as well.
That line right, that's key. If you tuck a batter up, you could have whistling past his throat. Oh, went full. Oh, you're kidding me! Take it down! Throw this in the headlocker! Because fuck! It's pulled off a screamer! Santner just can't believe it! And listen to this crowd! Worth the admission through the turnstiles. What a crackerjack catch. Oh, I love this game.
This is the best catch of the Tana IPL so far. The young fella, he's gone up out of nowhere. Full stretch. Beauty. Unbelievable scenes. That is a huge moment. Everyone has gone around the skipper. He says, I've stepped up tonight. Satner's out for 3, 129 for 6 now.
लंगूर 4 लंगूर और लंगूर अमेजिंग ना
सवाल लंगूर का नहीं सुबू सर, वैरायटी का है.
देन पार्ले वेपर्स पार्ले रस्क लंदन जेरी वैरायटी
सवाल वैरायटी का तो जवाब पार्ले, नाम तो सुना ही होगा।
प्रॉब्लम क्या है तुम दोनों की जो लव मैरिज थी ना जी सर 11 जून फूल के काशीदाकारी वाला क्या सफेद सूट पहन के आई थी अरे तुम दोनों तलाक लेने आए हो या बगीचे में लल्ला चप्पा करने तू चाहती क्या सोम्या
अपना घर
और उस चक्कर में भले अपने को तलाक लेना पड़ जाए
नकली तलाक लेने में तुम्हारी इतनी क्यों फट रही है?
और ये बॉलर तेजी से आगे बढ़ते हुए अरे ये क्या We've had 15 overs and it's time for MSD centre stage with Jadeja. When you think about an old boy, 39 years young, this guy, time to get airborne. Thinking about a new sponsor, I reckon, for his shoes. Give him a shoe sponsor. I don't even mix shoes with springs in them. I plucked that out of thin air. Brilliant. The hang time, the jump, the extension, oh my God.
I think he is more fitter now than he has ever been, Bradford Lassie. There's been key moments in this game, and here's the one that has really grappled him.
Hold on to as well. That was the thing. Fuck. To get airborne like that at full stretch and to hold on to it and come down. That's the thing about this. You see so many you take them down then you could lose them. Tonight from Francois to the sea. Yeah. They cannot believe it. Neither can most of us in the stadium here tonight. Cracking jack. Donny with those famous wrists. Come back for 2 because it's MS. And he's rather slippery between the sticks. With MSD. What can he do here with his old mate Jadeja? I'll catch it all season. Cody Martin's going to have a watch. You like that? You're going to that. You're rating that the best. Season 17.
Ramandeep was pretty good as well.
I this time. Yeah, there's been some crackers. There really has been. I think, look at that. I mean, that's another ripper. One-hander. Oh, wow. Not bad. That's quite good. That made the locker. Yeah, Green is the only one who probably could have got that. Totley, well, there's the other one, 6 from 9. Yeah, not bad either. But Nick Ramondi, for me, I mean, he should have never got a hand on that, Ramondi, when he was out in the outfield running around and then somehow got there and then somehow held on to that catch. It's just extreme.
Well, the question is, was that the most important catch of the season so far? Because of the importance, this one here, because of the importance of this game for RCB and CSK to qualify for the finals, was it the most important?
Quite. Cody Martin, yeah, pretty important. MSD. Wow, a little swivel. Much needed. So, 16 done, 9 off. And a little tap of the watch. Rightly so. Let's have a breather. Because it's time for some curiosity. As it is the See It strategic timeout here.
It is only पनीर लबाबदार आधे घंटे में क्यों नहीं निकलेगा?
दादा सवाल आधे घंटे का नहीं क्वालिटी का है।
दादू भाई, then Parle Top, Chutkeens and Kacha Mango Bite. बेहतरीन टेस्ट, टॉप क्वालिटी।
सवाल क्वालिटी का तो जवाब पार्ले, नाम तो सुना ही होगा।
प्रॉब्लम क्या है? तुम दोनों की जो लव मैरिज थी ना, 11 जून फूल के काशीदाकारी वाला क्या सफेद सूट पहन के आई थी।
अरे तुम दोनों तलाक लेने आए हो या बगीचे में लल्ला चप्पा करने?
तू चाहती क्या है सोम्या?
अपना घर।
और उस चक्कर में भले अपने को तलाक लेना पड़ जाए।
नकली तलाक लेने में तुम्हारी इतनी क्यों फट रही है?
इंस्टाल यार कलाकारों के सामने जम के करेंगे ढेर सारी मस्ती। सांस कहाँ से लेते हैं?
यार ये कैसे क्वेश्चन है यार?
और गपशप। उसी भी नहीं लेने कपड़े तो नहीं फटे हुए नहीं है। कंट्रोल मजनू कंट्रोल। और क्या करेंगे यार? दमन करेंगे भाई। हाँ दमन करेंगे।
20 मई से सिर्फ जियो सिनेमा पर।
हमने देखी है इंडिया की नजरों में, हुक्कों में, आसमान छूने के इरादों में। इस साल पेरिस में ये आग नई मशाल जलाएगी, नई चैंपियंस बनाएगी। ये फायर करती इंस्पायर। पेरिस ओलंपिक गेम्स 2024 26 जुलाई से जियो सिनेमा और स्पोर्ट्स 18 पर। Welcome to Cool Stylish Fans Math Center Live. Get ready for unique perspectives. A fresh way to read the game. It's not just analysis. It's the cool new way of talking cricket. Cool Stylish Fans Math Center Live. Only on Geo Cinema.
Cool Stylish Fans Math Center Live on Geo Cinema is co-presented by Cool Stylish Fans Above All and L&T Finance Complete Home Loan in association with Google Pay. Fabricare by T-Decor. Dulux Let's Color and Hero Maverick 440.
इधर हेलो। हाँ
अरे लगाना चौका।
आउट हो जा प्लीज यार। चुप रहे। आउट यार तू छक्का मार और जिता दे मुझे चमचमाती का।
My 11 Circle presents जीतो धन धनाधन कॉन्टेस्ट। टाटा IPL मैच देखो, हर ओवर के बाद आसान सवालों के जवाब दो और जीतो कार, बाइक, स्मार्ट टीवी और बहुत कुछ।
जीतो धन धनाधन।
Only on Geo Cinema.
So we're done with the CS strategic timeout. Striker of the match, Cameron Green, did well with the bat. Very handy innings towards the end of the RCB innings with his 80 of the last 5. And that could make the difference in this contest. So Dayal being brought back. Jadeja on strike. They can't afford to waste any time now. That's what they need. CSK 63, not 64, 63 of 24 to qualify. Not RCB know that. They know that they need to restrict them under that score. That's a good start for Jadeja as he pumps it into the crowd. And loose delivery that just floated out of his hand with Bidoff up in the circle.
It is a loose one, and I reckon they're targeting this, Rav. Lefty to lefty. That's the key. It's the back of the hand slow one. Really is just in the slot. And of course, Jadeja, he'll know the bag of tricks, and he was waiting on it. Of course, this is key. Stating the obvious, but this partnership, if CSK want to make the playoffs, has to happen between these two old boys.
Yes, could there be another twist? 6 of the first ball.
And I reckon any of RCB's players right now thinking this game is over in terms of the playoff once these two are still at the crease. You might have just seen Faf's face actually a few minutes ago when that 4 went for Dhoni last over. You could see the anguish on his face because he knows it's still game on.
You can see the tension in the faces. Shardul Thakur to come, he can back.
Now the expectation of a certain MSD on strike here. A little animated in the CSK dugout. Those in yellow, in the crowd, in the dugout. Suddenly a little bit of a chant will go up. There's still 21 balls to go in this contest.
Well, actually, when you look at the numbers at this point, corresponding numbers, 163 for 2 plays 145 to 6. So the numbers are different quite dramatically in terms of wickets. But actually, if you take the 18 runs, which is the difference in the sides, they're actually exactly the same.
Here goes Dal. Dhoni flicks for 4. An attempted Yorker. Just getting his bat down in time.
Got to execute. It's the key to it. Seen up, he's looking Yorker. Man, has he missed it by some margin down. And only is a full toss. It's in at the pads.
11 off the over. Another slower delivery. And the 150 comes up. And this is from the past. 2019, a match against RCB. Terrific innings. Off the over. It's 151 for 6, 3 to go.
I have a dedicated relationship manager for personalized banking. आप जानते हो मेरा बैंक कौन है?
मुझे बिना कोई लॉन्ग प्रोसेस के आसानी से होम लोन मिल गया। आप जानते हैं मेरा बैंक कौन है?
आप जानते हैं इन सबका बैंक कौन है? SBI। जब मिलेगी सॉलिड बैंक की सॉलिड बैकिंग, तब शान से आगे बढ़ेगा इंडिया। ओल्ड जनरेशन करे भंगड़ा, न्यू जनरेशन का हुक स्टेप तगड़ा, दोनों के अलग है ढंग, मगर स्वाद का एक है रंग। कमला पसंद है लाइट, अनोखा स्वाद।
What's important there is what you need to qualify for the playoffs. So CSK need 50 of 18. To win the contest, they need 68. But it's 50 that counts, and RCB are fully aware of that. They've got to keep them below that 50. Here's Siraj.
Interesting, he's gone to Siraj now. I think he's trying to close it out as quick as he can.
Good strike. Sets.
Brilliant strike. He is a brilliant player. They are a brilliant combination, and I think Faf's gone to Siraj now because he's going to try and put that run rate ridiculously out of perspective, really, for CSK. But what a start. It's a length ball, really. It was begging to be hit, and it was hit.
So 7 innings of these 3 overs, effectively. 3 17s of 51. So 50 off that. And now, when you start with a maxi, geez, the bowler, the tension.
You can see everyone behind the batsman up in the circle. Here comes Siraj. Get only a single. The stage set for Dhoni as well. Even he, at this stage, knows he has no choice. Oh, they go for another run. Something sloppy there.
Gentlemen, calm heads. The teapot's out. Just keep a really cool head here. Boxing, and then all of a sudden, this is another aside here. This is the earliest Dhoni has come out to bat here tonight. Just after the 15th over, he's not had an opportunity this long. There's only been a few balls to smoke here and there. So now, with more balls and an opportunity to showcase this for the Super Kings, for a certain MSD, to possibly get them over the line.
It's 159. To qualify. Here's Siraj. Oh, good delivery. Top ball, every top ball was like goal dust here. There's pressure all around. It's showing on the faces of both the teams. One slip here could be costly.
That's exactly what he's brought him back to. That sort of style of delivery from Siraj. Yeah, maybe a good bouncer and change it up, but certainly at good pace, so he cannot get underneath either of these two batters, Dhoni or Jadeja, to get underneath and make it disappear.
Dhoni just walking up to him, probably telling him, just watch the field behind, try and use the pace as well if you can. He's done that. It's a poor delivery in the circumstances. Jadeja, too good not to put that away.
He is a gentleman. Oh my. I mean, how good is Jadeja in all formats of the game? I know it was there, it begged to be hit again. He's trying to mix it up a bit. He's trying not to be too predictable with his length. And that's not the place to bowl with the field that he's got. That's the problem. He can mix it up as much as he likes, but he's got to try and bowl to his field.
Now another man drops back. And another man will drop back. So there's deep point now on the boundary, but there's still a third man up. Fine leg up. Swings on the onside. Get only a single. 12, 13 of the overs so far. 1 ball to go.
Well, that's the thing. And that's why Dhoni said, listen, let's just save the legs here. But it's also only 1 to go, so it means put a bit of a license here. And look, we're 13 off. We'd love 17 off, of course. And this is it. This needs to go for 4 or 6.
17 or 19 would be ideal. On the other hand, RCB, no, this is the partnership. They can break through here. Got one leg firmly into that player. 37. And that's what the crowd is watching here. They're not interested in the 55. 37. Just looking at the field. The field is set, I think, for a short ball because it's got plenty of cover leg side. Fine leg, deep square, deep mid wicket, and mid off is up. Or he's gambling if he goes full outside off stump. He hasn't got much cover. wide. A giant wide.
It was pretty obvious it was going to be short, but not that short.
A step ladder, gents. Can you bring one out? Good grief. He sort of banged it on his toe there, Sir, right, didn't he? The jokes aside, yeah, it was telegraphed, and we just don't want MS to free those arms over extra cover, downtown over his head, or over long on. It's such a great arc. So more of the same, please, but get it right.
Well, no, maybe not now. He's changed the field again. He's always fine leg up, and now he's got a bit of cover for the fuller ball. I think this is a better field, because if you're a batter, you're thinking, I'm not quite sure if it's short or full now, because both are covered.
Here comes Siraj, final ball of the over. Sliced away, will get only a single, 15 off the over. 166 for 6 after 18.
It's a better field, that last ball.
किसे भेजे मिशन पे? दोनों ऑफिसर्स वेल ट्रेन्ड हैं।
सवाल वेल ट्रेंड का नहीं चंद्रकांत, भरोसे का है।
देन मैम, सालों से इंडिया के सबसे भरोसेमंद ब्रांड्स पार्ले के चीजलिंग्स, मोनाको, क्रैक जैक। शाबाश।
सवाल भरोसे का तो जवाब पार्ले, नाम तो सुना ही होगा।
प्रॉब्लम क्या है? तुम दोनों की जो लव मैरिज थी ना, 11 जून फूल के काशीदाकारी वाला क्या सफेद सूट पहन के आई थी।
अरे तुम दोनों तलाक लेने आए हो या बगीचे में लल्ला चप्पा करने?
तू चाहती क्या है सौम्या?
अपना घर।
और उस चक्कर में भले अपने को तलाक लेना पड़ जाए।
नकली तलाक लेने में तुम्हारी इतनी क्यों फट रही है?
और ये बॉलर तेजी से आगे बढ़ते हुए, अरे ये क्या?
यार ले ले विकेट कर दे कमाल। भाई की बाइक का है सवाल। My 11 Circle presents जीतो धन धनाधन कॉन्टेस्ट। टाटा IPL मैच देखो, हर ओवर के बाद आसान सवालों के जवाब दो और जीतो कार, बाइक, स्मार्ट टीवी और बहुत कुछ। जीतो धन धनाधन ओनली ऑन जियो सिनेमा।
35 is the magical number, with 12 balls to go.
And some captains will leave your most threatening bowler to the last over, or the last but two. Faf sees it differently. He's gone Siraj and Ferguson. He's just trying to knock the game out early.
So often this 19th, the penultimate, is key. One of your best bowlers has to bowl it and hopefully leave something or big for that 20th that he'd taken.
Oh, that's a no ball for sure. It's a free hit. Now watch now, this is the second time he's been no ball for the ball above the waist. So the umpire's coming and having a chat. Second time, but a slower one. So here he goes again. Free hit. Doesn't get hold of it, just the single. Rocky Ferguson gets away.
Now the tension is mounting. It really is. Dhoni's got a little bit high on the blade there. Another night, and he gets it out of the screws and he'll be fetching.
Think of the fielders as well. If you're a deep square or you're deep point or long off, you know, you may make the difference between the two sides with a brilliant catch or a brilliant run out. So focus on the batters and the bowlers, but those in the field, they're feeling the pressure too.
It's tension all around. 33, it's coming up on the giant screen all the time. 33 of 11. RCB still very much favorites here. That's 4. Practice pitches will beat the fielder. Jadeja wasn't at his best with the ball, but my word, he's a competitor.
He's such a good cricketer, isn't he? Such a good cricketer. Or even right now, I don't think for any moment is he thinking this game is not, well, potentially won for his team. He knows he's got someone at the other end that too is thinking exactly the same.
And 90, everyone in the opposition will be thinking the same after his heroics in the final. And last year, no one's going to discount this man. 29 of 10. Yeah.
पनीर लबाबदार आधे घंटे में क्यों नहीं निकलेगा?
दादा सवाल आधे घंटे का नहीं क्वालिटी का है।
दादू भाई, टेन पार्ले टॉप, चटकीन्स एंड कच्चा मैंगो बाइट, बेहतरीन टेस्ट, टॉप क्वालिटी।
सवाल क्वालिटी का तो जवाब पार्ले, नाम तो सुना ही होगा।
प्रॉब्लम क्या है? तुम दोनों की जो लव मैरिज थी ना, 11 जून फूल के काशीदाकारी वाला क्या सफेद सूट पहन के आई थी।
अरे तुम दोनों तलाक लेने आए हो या बगीचे में लल्ला चप्पा करने?
तू चाहती क्या है सौम्या?
अपना घर।
और उस चक्कर में भले अपने को तलाक लेना पड़ जाए।
नकली तलाक लेने में तुम्हारी इतनी क्यों फट रही है?
ये आग जब से हमने देखी है तब से अंदर कुछ धड़क रहा है। ये आग अपनी हदों को तोड़ने की, कभी हार न मानने की।
Decent groove, Ferguson, that is. It's a good Yorker. He can usually bowl a pretty good Yorker on call.
Still Jadeja. It's length and hard into the pitch. More pace in this over. Around the 150 click mark. So, hitting the hard nets, pulling straight. That's what he wants. 9 balls, 28. This is it.
Danny knows it. He's up against Ferguson. If Ferguson just puts it slightly wrong and takes on, then Danny could make it disappear a long way.
Swings. Will get 4. Thrust that through the offside on the up.
But a fantastic shot. But I think he's a bit stuck between two stools. I think Faf set a feel for the short ball, and it sort of falls between two. And there's not the cover for that ball. It needs to be shorter with the field that he's got.
145. That last ball, the quickest of the over. So whilst the spare is there, there's still some hope for CSK. Swing doesn't get hold of it.
Just thinking momentarily back to Dharmashal in a day game, Harsha Patel. He nailed Dhoni with a great slower ball and it deceived him and dipped on and hit the off stump. So he's also, Ferguson is, renowned for that. So if you're brave enough and you get it right, the release right, and it just dips on the batter and drops onto that very full Yorker length. It's such a great delivery.
This is a big ball. Very big ball, this. 1 to go. You don't, 23 needed. You don't want to give a 6 here. You do not want to give a 6 or even a boundary. This is big pressure ball and it's Jadeja on strike. Here goes Ferguson. Swings! It's 6! For 6 after 19, and now 17 needed to qualify for CSK.
And it's game on. And it is game on. Again, it becomes...
प्रॉब्लम क्या है? तुम दोनों की जो लव मैरिज थी ना, 11 जून फूल के काशीदाकारी वाला क्या सफेद सूट पहन के आई थी।
अरे तुम दोनों तलाक लेने आए हो या बगीचे में लल्ला चप्पा करने?
तू चाहती क्या है सौम्या?
अपना घर।
और उस चक्कर में भले अपने को तलाक लेना पड़ जाए।
नकली तलाक लेने में तुम्हारी इतनी क्यों फट रही है?
Get ready to ignite your passion with Yamaha MotoGP. Feel the rush of speed, the finesse of precision, and the pulse-pounding adrenaline of every race. Yamaha R15 proudly co-presents MotoGP. Watch it exclusively on Chio Cinema. Yamaha R15. We are racing perfection.
Their friends, their families here, their supporters, millions around the globe. And an extra fielder comes in because of the time. They're 4 minutes behind on the over it. 17 to qualify. It's there. Swings! It's massive! It's out of the ground!
just would not believe it. You really wouldn't. Virat Kohli hit one earlier in the game that slammed into the top tier. You will not see a ball hit further than that for a long, long time. Yeah, it wasn't a great delivery. And yeah, it was kind of helped on its way. But boy, what a last over we got now.
110 meters, that last one. Danny, last two balls, sixes. Suddenly, 23 has become 11 to qualify for 5.
Well, that's a scary thing. Again, it's the first ball of an over disappearing. And MSD has got it scripted.
Bang, it's up in the air. This should be taken. Takes it this time. And the RCB fans are on their feet. This is a massive blow. It was in the slot. And Dhoni knows it. He'll be disappointed. That was right up his street, but RCB, chance to come back. Great delivery, slow one.
Well, great. That's what it's about. Bold bag of tricks and back yourself. Face off. Oh, they love it here tonight. The end of MSD with a great little cameo. 25 off 13, but 190 for 7 CSK.
प्रॉब्लम क्या है? तुम दोनों की जो लव मैरिज थी ना 11 जून फूल के काशीदाकारी वाला क्या झकझक सफेद सूट पहन के आई थी।
अरे तुम दोनों तलाक लेने आए हो या बगीचे में लल्ला चप्पा करने?
तू चाहती क्या है सोम्या?
अपना घर।
और उस चक्कर में भले अपने को तलाक लेना पड़ जाए।
नकली तलाक लेने में तुम्हारी इतनी क्यों फट रही है?
Of 4. 6 of the last ball of the previous over. 6 of the first. So after back-to-back sixes, they've got a wicket. What a finish this is going to be. 11 of 4. There is no mug with a bat. But this is a different kind of pressure. The field up. Behind the wicket on both sides. Swing and a miss. And Jadeja still not on strike. That's big from RCB's point of view.
Yeah, a lot of credit. What a comeback. First ball goes out of the ground. It's still travelling down the highway right now. And then he finds a slow ball that finds the right part of the pitch. It's not too full. Dhoni has to sort of catch up with it. And Swapnil, bit of praise to Swapnil because that was up a long way. Pressure on.
Full marks to Yash there for coming back, because when you hit for 110 meters and the pressure is on you, he's come up with 2 very good deliveries and also the catch.
Sweeney clarity of thought as well. He's got Dhoni, he's got Bhattacharya telling him what to bowl. I think this is where the bowler just needs clarity. He needs to get his mind clear about what he's going to bowl. Almost tell the captain what he's going to bowl.
What a change. 11 of 5 and now suddenly 11 of 3. There he comes again. Swings! Gets only a single. Now you need a 6 and a 4 or 2 sixes. That's the big difference.
That's huge. It really is. As you just said, it was going to be 11 of 5. That's incredible. But he backs himself here, and that's the great thing too. Dale with the slow ball. He's got rid of Dhoni with a beauty. And now, Jarrell can only get a single, but you've got Jadeja back on strike.
Just think what he's going through, Yash Dayal. I commentated on the game last year at Ahmedabad when Rinku smashed him in that last over. Imagine what he's thinking now. With so much on the line, it is he that has the ball in hand.
So 10 to qualify. You want legal deliveries here. It's Jadeja. Swing and a miss. Another terrific delivery. They won it. They know if it's legal. They have qualified. He's celebrating. The RCB players are celebrating. Still 1 ball to go. And he's just got the ball
because the fans are. They're saluting their heroes in a wonderful game here, match 68 in season 17, and all the drama of a nice tight finish.
Well, they're all heroes. You feel for CSK, where Faf du Plessis led from the front. No question about that, with bat in hand and some of his changes. What a night it's been for RCB.
प्रॉब्लम क्या दोनों की लव मैरिज थी ना 11 जून फूल के काशीदाकारी वाला क्या झकझक सफेद सूट पहन के आई थी
अरे तुम दोनों तलाक लेने आए हो या बगीचे में लल्ला चप्पा करने?
तू चाहती क्या है सोम्या
अपना घर
और उस चक्कर में भले अपने को तलाक लेना पड़ जाए
नकली तलाक लेने में तुम्हारी इतनी क्यों फट रही है?
Brilliant.
Get ready to go. Unstoppable. Beast mode, I'm incredible.
रेडी हो फन के लिए?
Unstoppable. Get ready to go. Get ready to go. Get ready.
3 more games if they have to win this IPL for the first time. But a delighted RCB team.
When you think about last year's final and Jadeja, who did it with 10 off those last two last year to get up over the Titans, was extraordinary. Not tonight in 2024. So confirmation there, CSK they drop out, courtesy of the old net run rate. Isn't it amazing when you save your late run to the back end of the business end and look what it can do. A horror start to the campaign for the RCB, but they've turned things around. And then now, yep, the fourth posse there, that eliminator in Ahmedabad, is for the RCB.
Stage when Dhoni hit that 6 was never needed a 5 and then a calm catch under pressure.
But that was the ball right there. The ball before you smashed out of the ground. He's got the bravery to bowl that slower ball. He knows if he gets that slightly wrong, it's game over. You know, and I talked about that Rinku Singh. That would have been in the back of his mind. It had to be in the back of his mind. It can't happen again. It didn't happen. And look at that emotion that he's giving off there. Emotion that his team and all that they've been through in the last, month, 6 weeks. They couldn't buy a win in the first 8. They won 1 out of 8. They deserve everything they get. They really did. He's been terrific. He really has. Seeing through a difficult phase when the ball started to grip off the surface, lost the toss, doing it tough. It's been a smash and grab of the highest proportions.
Well, Rudrich, commiserations, not easy. Talk us through when you guys thought at the halfway stage, because they got the 2-8 in, you needed 201. What was talked about at the halfway point?
I think it was, good wicket, to be honest. I mean, typical for spinners, it was spinning and gripping a little bit. But I think 200 on this ground was gettable. Just that, I feel we kept losing wickets at regular intervals. And I feel it was at the end just matter of 1 or 2 hits. And sometimes that can happen in a T20 game.
Do you think no excuses, but not ideal losing a couple of frontline bowlers and affecting that. But you had spinners come back, so you got to be overall pretty happy with that target to chase tonight.
Yes, as you rightly said, pretty happy with what the target was, and I think to sum up this season for us, I think pretty happy with 7 wins out of 14 games. Just couldn't get over the line for the last 2 balls, but I think the kind of injuries we had, missing out 2 frontline bowlers who were massive asset for us, not having Conway on the top as well. So I think, missing out 3 key players definitely made a huge difference, but I think still credit to the whole staff, CSK management and, everyone who put up a great show for us throughout the season.
And I have to ask you, Rutuj, you're taking over from the great MS Dhoni. It's not ideal, it's not easy, but for you, how did you assess for you overall this season?
I think, as I said, pretty much challenges right from the first game where, we had our team set for first 2 games, then, injury to Pathirana, then injury to Fizz as well. Then again, Pathirana came back, again he missed out as well. Fizz, we missed out Fizz as well. And I think when you have injuries around, it's pretty much difficult to balance the squad and pick team for every game. I think this season it sums up that kind of season where every game we had to tinker our 11, considering our injuries and considering sometimes the illness as well. So I think pretty much happy with, as I said, how everything went. Still 7 wins from 14 games. I think we are pretty much happy. Couldn't get over the line, but these things can happen. I think we got 10 from the last 2 balls in the last knockout game we played last year. So pretty much similar situation, and I think it can go either ways as well.
Finally, Rutuj, it's Nick up here. I know tonight's not finished the way you'd like it to, but you personally, I kind of admired the way you've gone about your captaincy from a batting perspective to finish with all the runs that you've done. How proud are you personally of what you've achieved this tournament?
Well, not much, to be honest. I think for me, personal milestones really don't matter a lot. After all, it's the ultimate goal that you have to win. It's the ultimate prize, and if you're not getting there, that's obviously a lot of disappointment. Whether you score 100 runs, 200 runs for the season, or whether you score 500, 600. I think for me personally, it's just the ultimate prize, and we couldn't get it. So, I mean, personally, yes, I'm slightly disappointed as well.
Okay, understandably. Thanks for your time.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
I guess that's how you expect captains to talk at the end of the game, but what a season he's had in terms of runs he scored with the pressure of taking on the captaincy.
Yes, he will be disappointed because he batted so well. And then when it mattered, he was out first ball, and that will hurt him because he was a key player. We've got Lockie Ferguson with us. Lockie, the emotions in that dugout and in the dressing room will be sensational. 6 on the trot.
Unbelievable. I'm not really sure how to put that into words. But yeah, look, it's a complete team effort again. I think it wasn't easy to bowl at the end there. The ball, clearly with how I was bowling, getting a bit wet. But Yash right at the end there, immense amount of pressure against MS and got the wicket and closed out beautifully. So testament to the work he's been doing. He's been exceptional this year.
The mix-up you put out there was very, very good because certain players you just banked on pace. Otherwise, you took a lot of pace off a lot of deliveries.
Yeah, it's the nature of bowling here in this great stadium. So you've got to mix it up and I guess keep those batters guessing. There is a bit of pace and bounce, and obviously, as you saw tonight, it spun here, which was a bit unusual. But at the same time, we used it as best as we could, and as the obviously pretty excited behind me, stoked with the win.
Lock, stock, Danny here. Now, mate, you just mentioned holding on to the ball. So you got Rags out there. Talk us through, as fans listening to this, because you do usually have a great Yorker. I know you haven't played as much as you'd like, and it is about form. Explain to people that too. It's a bit like having form to have the confidence to bowl a good Yorker, because really in that situation, you feel set for a short one. Tell us, would you in that, I'm playing devil's advocate here, I love it. You had to bowl that bouncer, it disappeared, right? The field said, could you have gone against that and said, look, stuff you, I'm going to bowl a Yorker. The field said, because he was sitting back, Jadeja, waiting, could you, and have you sometimes gone against that and said, I'm going to double bluff this and possibly try and bowl a Yorker?
Yeah, sure, if I could rewind time potentially. But at the same time, we felt that the wicket was actually just going a bit on a length. From my point of view, and Faf certainly, he was sort of saying, it seems like it's doing a bit, it looks harder
we know how good Jadu is hitting Yorker balls as well. But yeah, certainly if I'd nailed the Yorker, it would have been great. But hey, thank God I've got Yash in my team to close out like that.
No, mate, close it out tonight. Party hard, and we'll see you soon.
Cheers, thanks very much.
Yes, 191 for 7. They restricted the Chennai Super Kings to and won by 27 runs to make it to the playoffs. The cutoff was 17. So people seem thrilled to bits. It's funny how this game can change in 3 weeks. We're at the bottom of the table. Today they are in the playoffs. Finish on 4th position. 6 straight wins, 12 points there. Catapult them. 14 on the table with a good net run ready. It says it all. Fans who have supported them right through the season. They came in large numbers. And they've been thrilled to bits as well. It's the 4th time they've done this. Most consecutive wins in a season. And they've entered the playoffs again. 2011, 2024. And now, the run they are in, they'll feel that the confidence is really, really high. And this is how things panned out. Till Rachin Ravindra was there, the game was on, he was involved in a good partnership with Rahane. Jadeja batted beautifully, just didn't have the strike towards the end of the innings once Dhoni was dismissed. 2 balls even matter at that stage. Dhoni played extremely well for his 25 and would have been disappointed when he got out because that looked 6 for all money. But then it was RCB's night. It kept the Chennai Super Kings down to 191 from 20.
Yeah, what a great performance. A real team effort. And you give Maxwell, well, I think only the 2nd time this season he's bowled his full quota. Siraj, important stuff there. And you look at Ferguson, a little expensive, but he had to bowl some important overs. And Cam Green, yeah, getting some confidence and getting in the wicket column there. The big Aussie doing the trick as well. Getting rid of Dubey was pretty important. So in the wash-up, 218 for 5. Well, you just wondered, was it going to be enough, considering they had to take the 18 off and 201 was the target. The Super Kings, well, they got to 291 for 7. And in the end, they lose by 27, but it was closer than that because of that target of 201 to get. So just some confirmation of the 4 finalists: Knight Riders, the Royals, the Sunrisers, and the Royal Challengers are the 4 qualifiers of season 17 in Tata IPL. What a season it's been. Oh, some dynamic batting for sure, and there's been some outstanding bowling and catching as well. We're still waiting for second place because of the doubleheader Super Sunday and all. Who's going to meet the Knight Riders, but we've also got the Royal Challengers now into that posse of Amrabat.
In the most miraculous fashion, the Royal Challengers Bengaluru are into the playoffs of the Tata IPL 2024. It started with perfection with the ball. It ended with perfection from Yash Dayal, and in amongst it, there was plenty to savor from a contest for the ages between the two sides with two icons of the game. MS Dhoni going in that over to Yash Dayal meant that RCB believed again, and in the end they come away with the spoils, and what a way to do it. They qualified for the playoffs, and it is one comeback that we will be talking about for a long time to come. That combination as well must be absolutely over the moon. They've got a chance now of getting that elusive trophy that every RCB player, fan, supporter and team management have longed for years now. And what a way to get there. Up against the rivals, up against the neighbours in a southern derby in front of their home crowd. And you've got to feel for the men in yellow as well. They've been here before. It's only the third time that they've missed out on the playoffs. I've got Shane Watson and Robin Uthappa alongside me here on Cool Stylish Fans Match Centre Live. Guys, you know both these sides very, very well. But what a night for RCB. What a night for Bengaluru, Robs.
Yeah, fantastic night for Bengaluru. Just the way they played their cricket, they were really desperate for the win. They batted and bowled and fielded with like top intensity and just everything that you needed from a team who wanted it more than the other side to go to the next level and next stage of the tournament. And they had that momentum going their way with 5 wins out of 5 games before they came into this one. So you always felt like they're there and thereabouts, and the desperation they showed through the entire game made you feel, even while you're calling the game, that hey, maybe they deserve it a little bit more at this point in time.
Watto, after 8 games, this is a side that had only 2 points. They had to win 6 from 6. They have won 6 from 6. From desperation to now jubilation, this is quite something.
Yeah, it's a phenomenal turnaround. There is no question, and it would be absolutely fascinating to know the conversations were had around that time when they were desperate. They were way out of it. They were playing pretty poor cricket across the board, but then to be able to turn it around and then just get on such a roll like they have, and for me tonight was the true sign of exactly where they are as a unit. They were so hungry, and it was so visible how hungry they were tonight. Every player out there was so desperate to bring the very best that they possibly could for every single moment, whether it was with the bat, you could see the intent with the bat, and in the field and with the ball. And that for me is a true sign that the team's coming together. They are desperate to do everything they can to win, and that's a true sign of a team that's flying high and know exactly where they need to be to bring the best version of themselves collectively.
It's almost as if he still can't believe it. Virat Kohli shaking his head, but it was a match for the ages. Robs, in many ways, as Watto was saying, was RCB just more up for the fight? We saw the spirit, we saw this man in particular, the animatedness on the field as well. Was it just the fight that they wanted a bit more?
100%, without a doubt. I thought the fight was brought on by RCB a lot more than CSK, and you could see with the way they performed, especially with Faf and all of them coming in. And a word on Yash Dayal and how calm he was at the
redemption of Yash Dayal is part of that story. Let's take you now to the post-match presentation with Deep Das Gupta.
What an epic encounter. Even Homer would have struggled to script that. Hello and welcome to the post-match presentation ceremony of the Tata Indian Premier League 2024. BCCI would like to thank all the sponsors of the Tata IPL, Tata, My 11 Circle, Angel One, Rube and Seat. Time to introduce the presentation party on my left, starting with former India cricketer Mr. Doda Ganesh, who is also the managing committee member, KSCA. Mr. Anand Gopal, Senior GM, Finance Tata Motors Limited. Mr. Kali Prasad Mahunta, My 11 Circle player. Mr. Jyoti Swaroop Raiturkar, Chief Architect and CTO, Angel One. Mr. Rahul Shari, Rube representative. Qatar Air representative. Mr. Prathamesh Mishra, Chairman RCB. Time to invite Mr. Anand Gopal to present Cameron Green with the Punch.ev Electric Striker of the Match Award for scoring 38 runs of 17 deliveries. Strike rate of 223.5. Cameron. Top cameo. And now it's time for the My 11 Circle Ultimate Fantasy Player of the Match. Would request Mr. Kali Prasad Mahunta to present the trophy to Faf du Plessis for scoring 93 fantasy points. Next up is the Angel One Super Sixes of the Match Award. Would request Mr. Jyoti Swaru Rathakar to present it to Virat Kohli for hitting 4 sixes. Time for the Rupe on the go fours of the Match Award. Would request Mr. Rahul Shari to present the trophy to Rachin Ravindra for hitting 5 fours. Good effort from Rachin. Alright, time to invite RCB captain Faf du Plessis, who's also the player of the match. And he would get the award from the Qatar Airways representative and Mr. Prathamesh Mishra for a wonderful 54 of 39. 3 fours and 3 sixes. Not just batting, but a wonderful catch and really good captaincy under pressure. Must-win game. Right. Faf, have you pinched yourself or you want me to do it?
What a night, unbelievable. It was such a great atmosphere. Just a pleasure to finish the season off in front of the home fans with a win. That was an incredible game. I thought that batting first, that was the hardest pitch I think I've ever played on in T20 cricket. After that rain just made it wet. So myself and Virat was talking about a score of 140, 150. It felt that hard in the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, how important was to navigate that phase straight after that rain stoppage?
Look, I think at that stage the communication to the umpires especially was, I felt like there was a lot of rain falling on the pitch and you don't want that moisture. So obviously from their side they probably wanted to push the game as well, which makes sense. But then when we came back, oh my goodness, it was tough. I mean, Mitch Shanta, I was saying like it felt like a day 5 test match in Ranchi. I've never played in something like that. So for myself and Virat to just get through it and find a way somehow, and then towards the back end to get a 200 score on that wicket, I thought was unbelievable.
Right, contribution, very important. Small cameos from almost everyone down the batting order.
Yeah, that's been our last 6 games, hasn't it? The contribution from many batters with good intensity, good strike rates. So we're really proud of the beginning of the season where we felt like we were a little bit slow and we wanted a bit more intent in our batting innings, and to have done that again is awesome.
Right now, were you defending 218 or defending 201?
We were defending 175. Yeah, just to push a little bit, not to make, when you think about the 200 score, so we were talking about 175 all the time, but then obviously it got a bit close there, and at one stage with MS there, it felt like, oh dear, don't let it go his way. He's done it so many times. But yeah, I thought the way we bowled with a wet ball, we tried to get the ball changed tonight, but it was tough for the bowlers. So yeah, for me, I dedicate the man of the match to Yash Dayal. I think the way that he bowled tonight was unbelievable, taking pace off, and then that pressure over at the back end there for a guy who's pretty new to that role. I think hats off to me. He deserves them, man.
Fair enough. What was your message to him the last over?
I said to him, I think pace off on this wicket is the best option. Trust your skills. You've been really good and enjoy this. This is supposed to be fun. This is what you trained for. So he tried to bowl the first one, which was a Yorker. I just felt that the whole night the Yorker wasn't really something that was working. So then it was just a case of, okay, right, go back to your pace off, which is your strength. And he did that unbelievably well.
Right now, obviously, this was a very, very important game. Been a really good ride so far. How important was to have the home fans behind you for this game?
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, look, even when we weren't winning, we had the fans here. So we felt in the change room that it was something that was really important for us to get right. But coming in here today and seeing obviously it was set up perfectly, wasn't it? You know, CSK versus RCB in a match where you go to the knockout stages. Unbelievable atmosphere, but incredibly grateful for the support we've had the whole season. And we as a team will do a lap of honor just to thank you everyone for their support.
Yeah, they thoroughly deserve that. And obviously, quick turnaround. No time to relax.
Look, I think it's really important that we enjoy this. It's been a great 6 games in a row, so tonight will be about really taking in all of this. Your first goal in the IPL is to try and get to the knockouts. We've done that, so enjoy that, but then tomorrow we go back to work.
Right, congratulations on the win and the qualification, and all the best.
Thank you.
That was Faf du Plessis, RCB captain, player of the match, and RCB wins 6 in a row and qualify for the playoffs. Brigade Road will be pumping all night long, that is for sure. RCB have got the job done over CSK, and it will be an opportunity for that bold brigade to keep playing this brand of cricket into the playoffs. Faf du Plessis, player of the match with 54 of 39. We saw that catch, that was magnificent as well. But also a word on Virat Kohli, 47 of 29. They got that innings going before that rain came down. It became even harder to bat on. And that man on the field with bat in hand, he was all over this game, Virat Kohli, and gave us our charged performance of the day.
Charged performance of the day.
Well, it's hard to keep this man out of the action, but when there's a big game on the line, when he needs his side to lift in morale, he drives it from the front.
He does, and before the rain break initially, he just wanted me to light. Some of these shots that he played were incredible, and then once it went back on, that wicket was definitely a little bit sticky and the ball was turning a bit. Some of these shots that he played when this ball was turning, and Mitchell Santner was bowling beautifully as well, he was just at his very, very best, and he needed to be. And those sixes that he hit added to his total. Now he's got 37. And a lot of those have come off spin, and a lot have come off his slog sweep that he played to perfection tonight.
Yeah, he said that to us in that exclusive chat with Geo Cinema as well. Just being able to up the ante when the team needs it. Even today, when that wicket got a bit sticky, we just saw the best of Virat Kohli, fired up, pumped up as well. And that's what we've come to expect in big moments from this man. Robs, some of these moments, you could see that glisten in the eye, the drive in Virat as well. That one too, he knew they were onto something.
Yeah, he was, and he brought the intensity today. Funny, he was silencing his own crowd there, but he's at home, he's shushing his own crowd. But he was pumped up for sure, and he brought the intensity in this game, because you could see the way he was egging his teammates on, especially at the timeouts. And towards the end, you saw that he was, he spent himself completely and left everything on the field, and that's the kind of character that Virat Kohli is.
It certainly is, and another man who left everything on the field, MS Dhoni, came in towards the back end, Watto. And again, a lot of questions will continue to be asked and won't be answered in typical Dhoni fashion, we would imagine. If this is the last time we see him in a CSK jersey, Robin Uthappa believes it is not, and I think many will hope so. But to come in, score 25 of 13, incredible knock under pressure too. Just quite couldn't get there in the end.
Oh, he batted beautifully again, and there's no doubt he can fulfill a very important role for CSK, even if it's coming in and facing 13 to 15 balls each game and doing this, because these shots that he played tonight again, it's incredible batting. And just this one ball that he got out to, if he just hit it a fraction later, that would have gone into the stands as well, and the game would have been a very different result. But he batted beautifully again. He kept incredibly well, so let's hope we all have our fingers crossed that MSD can roll out again for at least 1 or 2 more years, fulfilling this role, which is a little bit
less demanding physically on him anyway. Yeah, I think MS with the gloves as well today was quite special, Rob. Sorry you...
Yeah, I don't know, even with the narrative, I've seen him bat only in the last, 4 or 5 overs, and there was a reason for it. He had a calf injury, which they initially thought was perhaps just a niggle, but it was a little bit more graver than that. So because of that, he had to manage himself, and often as he does, and he's done in the past in international cricket and for CSK, figured out a way to kind of continue to play for them and be useful, and I don't think we've seen the last of him. He's not someone who takes these things quite lightly. I think he'll come back roaring for sure.
And that'll put a smile on a lot of people's faces, the neutrals and CSK fans themselves. But even in amongst all of those injury concerns, he manages to bludgeon the ball. We got our biggest 6, courtesy of this man. 110 meters, Watto. I know you've hit a few big ones, but that was out of the ground.
Yeah, no, I never cleared the Chinnaswamy Stadium roof. That's for sure. That was a humongous hit at a time. First ball of the last over, and that just kept going and going. And look, that change of ball, because that's probably still going down the road. Yeah, that change of ball is a change of fortunes.
Interesting you say that, because they were screaming for the change of ball for the longest time as well. And Rob's, they got the change of ball courtesy of that 6 actually, and after that, CSK didn't get a boundary. So funny how it all worked out.
Really, some things you don't really know why they happen and why they turn out the way they do. But sometimes the intentions that you put behind, your performances, and that belief, the conviction that you have as a unit, and you come together. And I truly believe the team that eventually has the stronger conviction goes through. And that's exactly what happened. That shot, if, like Watto said, if he had played like quarter of a second or half a second later, that would have gone for as big a 6 as the previous one. And that's the difference. It's just millimeters. You saw Faf's run out today. It was practically millimeters. So, but this man, Yash Dayal, has been a revelation. Even in today's game, not a lot of